Welcome all, I am the Holand Phantom, and for today we're going to be going over my top 10 picks of Charizard cards in the trading card game. And starting off at number 10, we have Charizard from the Arceus set. This is one of the few Charizard cards to actually be competitively viable through its Pokepower Fire formation. As what it does is increase its attack power by 10 for every Fire Pokemon on the bench. So with a full bench of Fire Pokemon, it'd be getting a major boost, as its Fire Wing attack would be hitting for 80 damage for a single Fire Energy, and its Burning Tail attack would hit for 130 damage for 2 Fires and a Colorless. Though it does need to discard an energy to use its second attack. Still though, it was enough to knock out most Pokemon on its own. And with the support from the Heart Gold and Soul Silver set, this card can maintain consistency with Ninetales' Roast Reveal, allowing it to discard a Fire Energy to draw 3 cards, and Typhlosion Prime's Afterburner, allowing it to attach Fire Energies from the discard pile back onto Charizard to continue dealing big damage. At number 9 we have Charizard GX from Hidden Fates. Its Flare Blitz GX attack can one-hit KO most Pokemon in the format without having to discard energy like most other Charizard. And this card saw some competitive use alongside Mewtwo and Mew GX as a way to give Mewtwo and Mew extra attack options, as their Perfection ability allows them to copy the attacks of all GX Pokemon on the field or discard pile, so by discarding Charizard away, Mewtwo and Mew would be able to use its powerful attacks without having to waste resources on having to evolve. At number 8 we have Charizard and Reshiram GX from Unbroken Bonds. This is a Tag Team GX Pokemon like Mewtwo and Mew, and it's probably the most competitively viable Charizard card to be released as of yet. It has seen success not only because of its big HP and attack power, but also because of all the support for Fire Pokemon in the format. Notably, the supporter Welder, which allowed players to attach up to 2 Fire Energies to any Pokemon and then draw 3 cards on top of that. Other important cards in the format were Giant Hearth and Fire Crystal, which helped to search for Fire Energies from both the deck and discard pile, and the supporter card Green's Exploration could search out these trainers so long as there were no Pokemon with abilities on its side of the field. At number 7 we have Charizard EX from Fire Red and Leaf Green. This is a reimagining of the original Charizard but for the EX era, and just like the original, it was incredibly inefficient and was never used competitively. Granted, hitting for 200 damage was basically guaranteed to knock out anything in the format, and it was possible to power it up fairly quickly with Blastoise EX and Boost Energy, as Blastoise's Energy Rain Pokepower could attach as many Water Energies from the hand to any Pokemon, and Boost Energy was essentially a triple colorless energy that only lasted for a single turn. And together with Charizard's Energy Flame Pokebody, which could turn any energy attached to Fire Energy, it could be powered up in a single turn. But honestly, it was better to use the resources on other Pokemon. At number 6 we have Mega Charizard EX from Flash Fire. One of 2 Mega Charizard cards released together, this card finally gave Charizard the Dragon typing. Its Wild Blaze attack could one-hit KO every Pokemon in the format, but it was too costly to use and required the player to discard the top 5 cards of their own deck. Plus it also suffered from the Mega Evolution rule, which stated that a player's turn would end as soon as they Mega evolved a Pokemon, unless that Pokemon had its corresponding Spirit Link attached. But despite its weaknesses, it did gain access to additional support by being a Dragon type and a Mega Pokemon, as it could now use Double Dragon Energy, which worked as a Double Rainbow Energy but only for dragons, and Mega Turbo, which could attach basic energy cards from the discard pile to Mega Pokemon. At number 5 we have Charizard VMAX from Darkness Ablaze. This is Charizard's Gigantamax form, and it continued the theme of dealing huge damage for a high energy cost. But at this point, the power creep of the game got to the point where even hitting for 300 damage was no longer enough to one-hit KO other Pokemon, and needing 5 energy to attack was just not worth it. Though it did see some minor use as it still benefited from all the fire support that Reshiram and Charizard GX used, like Welder, Giant Hearth, and Fire Crystal, along with the Pokemon Volcanion, which helped to accelerate energy onto Charizard with its Flare Starter attack. At number 4 we have Charizard from Crystal Guardians. This was part of the Delta Species series of cards in which Pokemon were given alternate types, and this Charizard was both Lightning and Metal type. It was also different in that it actually came with its own form of energy acceleration, as its Peal of Thunder Pokepower activated as soon as it hit the field, allowing it to search the top 5 cards of the deck and attach as many energy cards drawn to any Pokemon on its side of the field. The issue with this card was its Metal Burn attack, which required it to discard Metal Energy, and at the time of its release, Metal Energy was not a basic energy card, meaning that only 4 copies could exist in a deck. Though it was able to be used alongside Dragonite from Delta Species and Holand Research Tower, as Dragonite was able to attach Lightning Energy cards from the discard pile to benched Pokemon, and Holand Research Tower counted basic energy cards as Metal Energy in addition to their original type. At number 3 we have Charizard from the base set, the original Charizard card. This card set the standard of having Charizard with powerful attacks that were too inefficient to actually be useful. It boasted the highest HP at the time at 120, tied only with Chansey, and dealt the highest set damage at 100, tied with Zapdos, making it the most popular of all the original starters, despite being the worst one competitively, with both Venusaur and Blastoise seeing success in the format because of their useful Pokemon powers. Charizard was just too slow to use because of its high energy requirement and needing to discard energy every time it used its Fire Spin attack. And there was no energy acceleration that it could use aside from double colorless energy, which its energy burn Pokemon power could turn into fire. But in a format with energy removal and super energy removal, Charizard was not worth the resource investment. At number 2 we have Charizard from Skyridge. This was a part of a series of cards that came with a Crystal-type Pokebody, and these Pokemon were released as colorless types and could change between 3 different types depending on what kind of basic energy card was attached to it. Charizard was able to switch between Fire, Lightning, and Fighting, and because of its varied energy requirements, it was not very good in the format and was mainly only wanted as a collector's item. But with the release of new Pokemon in the 3rd generation sets, Crystal Charizard could find some use in Blaziken decks, as Blaziken could attach discarded fire energy cards to benched Pokemon, and Team Aqua's Manectric could move energy from itself to other Pokemon, allowing it to power up Charizard fairly quickly. And finally at number 1 we have Charizard from Dragon Frontiers. This was part of the Gold Star series of cards that featured shiny Pokemon, and this Charizard was another Delta Species Pokemon that was a Dark type, as well as a basic Pokemon instead of an evolution. Like other Charizard cards that had a hugely powerful attack in Dark Swirl that required a lot of energy to be discarded, making it unviable in the competitive format. And in fact, being a basic Pokemon actually made it worse, as it was not able to use Double Rainbow Energy nor Scramble Energy, which counted as a Triple Rainbow Energy when behind in prizes. It could only be powered up by manual attachment once per turn. Its first attack Rotating Claws did allow it to attach energy cards to itself from the discard pile, but at the cost of discarding another energy, so it really didn't end up helping. This Charizard was another example of a card made to be purposely bad, and was only made to be a collector's item. Still though, it is an awesome card, which is why it has come in my number 1 pick of Charizard cards. And that's the list. Charizard has been a consistently popular Pokemon in the trading card game since the very beginning, though its performances have been lackluster in the competitive scene, with the exception of a few cards. Which is your favorite Charizard card? Let me know down in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe to catch new videos. Thanks a lot for watching, bye!